Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont, and we've got a story here that's kind of funny to me and a little close to home. This is from Games Radar. Fallout co-creator Tim Kaine had a 10-year period where I didn't do anything but make games, to the point where he asked a coworker if Britney Spears was a new weapon in their RPG. God, I hope that's actually true. I don't know if it is, but a game developer is the kind of person that would ask this question. Britney Spears, is that like a new weapon? Is that a new weapon in our game? It's hilarious. Tim Kaine. God, I love him, man. So, and this is a misleading headline for those of you that don't know. Tim Kaine was the lead creator of the original Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, I believe. He was the lead developer, lead writer. He's basically the person that made Fallout what it was, and then Bethesda came in and made it a first-person shooter instead of a isometric top-down explorative point-and-click adventure. Because Fallout was kind of like a point-and-click adventure back when they were more. It was like Telltale Games before Telltale Games. No, Telltale Games, you don't do anything. You literally just mash a button. This you had to do stuff, but Fallout, if you've ever played the original 1 or 2, which I think 2 is probably one of the best games ever made, it completely it changed the entire way computer companies had to sell computers, but that's a very long story that I might explain when I do a history of Fallout, video that I'm working on a history of certain game series things for future projects, but, yeah, let's dude, get out more. Yeah. But let's see how Tim Kaine feels and what's going on with the story. Just thought it was a funny headline. Needed a little light story amidst all this ridiculous Nintendo lawsuit shit. So here you go. Video games are a time consuming hobby, an even more time consuming profession. You can't expect a gamer to stay up on pop culture when there are a 100-hour RPG to enjoy, right? Well, some of us can at least take comfort in the fact that we're not quite as out of touch as original Fallout lead Tim Kaine, who at one point was so wrapped up in game development rabbit hole that he thought Britney Spears was a weapon somebody had added to his new RPG. There was a 10-year period where I didn't do anything but make games, Kaine explains in an interview for YouTube channel The Vile Eye. In most of the 90s and early 2000s, I would go to work almost every day and work on a game. On the weekends, I might play a game, and then he'd be back to work making RPGs again. During that period, Kane created the original concept for Fallout, led its development, helped build the sequel, and co founded a new studio and Troika Games. But by the time Troika's first release, the cult classic steampunk RPG Arcanum, Kane had clearly fully checked out of pop culture. I did not know he was behind Arcanum, and that's what this picture is up here. I was wondering why there was a picture of Arcanum up here because this is the original PC box art for Arcanum. There's actually like a little bit more down here. There's like another like little dwarf guy down here with like a gun, like two guns maybe. Arcanum was super fun. It was the first RPG video game that I remember playing that was pseudo D&D based, but had like steampunk and like modern mechanics, like guns and stuff. So it was more like modern D20 mixed with D&D. It was a very interesting game. You just had no idea that fucking Tim Kaine was responsible for that too. Man, dude, quit making all the games of my childhood. Uh, where was I? Pop culture. Somebody once said to me, "What do you think of Britney Spears?" Kane recalls, and I was not joking. I turned to him like, "Is that a new weapon in our game?" This is during Arcanum, and his name was Jesse Reynolds. He just looked at me and went, "Dude, get out more." Oh, oh, it's so fucking amazing. I love it. Troika was founded in 1998 and Arcanum launched in 2001, which aligns more or less perfectly with the rise of Britney Spears as one of the biggest pop megastars of all time. Tracks like Baby One More Time, Oops, I Did It Again, and I'm a Slave for You all started their endless loops on the radio and MTV in that period, but I guess they weren't completely inescapable. You want to know what's really messed up is Oops, I Did It Again was her first song, and she was like 16. And when you listen to that song and about what it's about, and then you go watch the video, you're like, "Yo, how did I not realize Disney was more fucked up company sooner?" Like, seriously. How did I not notice this? Like, Britney Spears was, like, blasting it for us all to fucking pay attention to. Look at the messages being sent. We didn't notice. We were blinded. We were blinded by the house of mouse. Uh, I thought maybe it's like Britney is a part of Britain or something. Kate explains, like, it's a type of spear. It's like, here's an Ethiopian dagger. Here's a Britney spear. Dude, no. You did not think that. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. Oh, trying to picture having this conversation with him in real life. Like, is it like a Britney Spears? Is it like for Britain? Like the Ethiopian dagger? Dude. Oh man, what a treasure. What a treasure of a person Tim Kaine really is. Ethiopian dagger. That's gonna fucking like that's gonna live rent free in my brain for at least 6 months. Be cracking Ethiopian dagger jokes left and right now. Oh, I might have to make a meme. The Britney Spear, the Ethiopian dagger. Tim Kaine knows what's up. Oh, that's it. That's the article. Tim Kaine was so into making games, he literally didn't know who one of the biggest pop icons in the world was and mistook her as a fictional weapon. And I really, really, really hope this is a true story. It sounds like it probably is. I don't see any motivation for him to lie, especially 25 years later, but that's fucking great. That's a great moment. I'm gonna list this in like the top 10 greatest video game developer quotes ever. Just like it's a type of spear. It's like, here's an Ethiopian dagger, here's a Britney spear. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. That got me. That got me good. I'll be laughing about this forever. But there you go. Short little video, short little article. See, it's not my imagination. They're just getting tiny. They're getting real short. But that's all I have for this article. This is your host, Belmont, signing out.